thought we were efficient for the most part. I thought the guys got us off to a good start. Brandon and Meach. Meach had a double-double in the first half, which is nice to see. It was great to be able to play some of the guys that have been working hard in practice and to be able to work on some things. And it's probably a pretty good way to go to Christmas.
Probably the only question I have about the game itself is, you wanted them to go ahead and, play well and, be sharp, and it looked like they were tonight.
Yeah, for the most part, we didn't screw around. I mean, the guys were, 30 assists on 44 field goals. I thought we shared the ball, tried to play the right way, and that's the most important thing.
Christian got a good shot today.
Christian's problem isn't what he's doing. His problem is the guys in front of him right now. He's going to be a really good player, like we talked to him, and he's gotten better and better, and he's going to earn minutes throughout the year, and we're excited about him. But it's part of the growing process of being a freshman.
Carlyle, I'm not going to say Christian because he's. How did? Bring me the two Christians. How did it feel to be out there?
It felt really good to be out there, just playing with everybody. Worked really hard, so to get in there and get a lot of minutes was a lot of fun.
Do you feel pretty comfortable out there?
I do, yeah.
Yeah.
So all the guys, whenever I'm doing something wrong, they all pick me up. So whenever I make a mistake or anything, so it was fun.
What's the biggest difference playing kind of with like the first teamers?
Just the pace of the game. I mean, once we get the rebound, they're pushing it, they're going. So just running the floor, and yeah, it's a lot different for sure.
As a freshman, is that kind of eye-opening, and how are you kind of keeping your feet, below you?
It's really eye-opening, but I compete against them every day in practice, which has helped me a lot with the pace of the game. So.
Joe, FAU on Wednesday, I'm sure you've taken a peek or three at them.
Really score very efficient in transition, top 94% of the country in offensive efficiency in transition. The big kid Delph is a force. I mean, Michael's done a really good job of getting some good young guys in there and play fast, which is good. But he's already won at Ohio State, so we got to have a couple days off, go back to the 26th and start preparing for them.
It's important to follow up. You followed up tonight on the Louisiana Tech thing, but we all know there's kind of an asterisk by this. It's important to follow up on Florida Atlantic and coming in off the break to start strong.
And come back, start to play well. We've got 2 games before the conference starts, and now's the time of the year you're trying to build some momentum and prepare to get ready. And we'll get back. We'll have a couple practices. The 26th practice, 27 play, the 28th, and we've got some time to get ourselves better.
Christian.
Hey, right?
Yes, sir.
CT.
Just kind of talk about that, if you would, kind of following up, coming out of the break at FAU, and how important that is to start things off after the break, right? And then conference is around the corner.
Yeah, every game is important, but we want to come out with energy and be able to play the right way and get some momentum going towards the conference season.
Obviously, we want to talk to you about Grayson. I understand you actually want to talk about him, so that's cool. So what are your thoughts on this whole situation?
I know he's the ultimate competitor, and sometimes he lets his emotions get into him, but that is not a reflection on his character. His parents are the most wonderful people I've ever met, and it's just not that's not him. It's just him being in the moment and him.
Yeah, are you kind of surprised about the whole tripping thing? And did he ever do that in high school? I mean, he's only done it recently, it seems like.
Yeah, I've never seen him do it in high school, but yeah, he's not a dirty player. He's none of that. He just happened to make a mistake a couple times.
Do you stay in touch with him?
Yeah, I talk to him every now and then. We're in season right now, so not as much.
Okay, so you haven't talked to him today or anything like that?
No, I sent him a text, but probably has 100 texts. So
right,
yeah.
Right. You think he'll be okay coming out of this? Do you think he'll learn from it and move forward?
Yeah, he has a really good support system, so he'll be fine, back to normal.
You mentioned that he's like the ultimate competitor, but is there a fine line from being a competitor and then kind of letting your emotions get the best of you and you're really just kind of keeping the mental game where it needs to be?
Yeah, he just made a mistake, really. It's just heat of the moment, just making the wrong decision, just letting his emotions get to him. But like I said, it's not a reflection on his character.
Joe, any updates on Mark Eddy and kind of what his situation is and when he's going to be back with the team?
Well, we're continuing to review and making sure Mark's in a good space, a good place, and I think we'll reevaluate probably and come back from Christmas.
Is he not in a good space? Because I don't really quite know.
Making sure he's in a good place, making sure he's where we need him to be and where he's comfortable. I think those are the most important things, that he's in a good place.
When is he planning again coming back to practice?
We'll revisit after Christmas.
And then when it comes to trying to get him back in the starting lineup, what does he need to do to be able to kind of fortify his spot and come back?
He has to earn it. I mean, he's got to come back and play like he's capable of playing. He's got some things he's got to obviously he's been away for a little bit, so he's going to have to relearn some things and get in shape and those type of things. I'm sure he'll be in shape, but we'll see how everything goes once he comes back.
And Christmas is right around the corner. Do you feel like your players have been able to earn this kind of little break before you guys get going after the holiday?
They've worked hard. I mean, we've had some ups and downs. I mean, I think when you look around, we've probably, I think, 7 games, 10 or less points, and I think we got the good thing is we're not where we can get yet. I mean, I think our ceiling's still pretty high. I don't think we're near where we can get, but we've got some things to clean up, and we'll get a chance to get a couple days off and recharge our batters and come back and go to work.
Is it a thrill for you as a coach to be able to see kind of pretty much every single one of your players who gets in the game to be able to contribute, whether it's points,
Yes.
rebounds, anything?
Yeah, you know what? Because people don't see the like Dolan and Randy and those guys and Max, how hard those guys try and practice every day. And it's every day they take a beating. They pay for themselves to go to school, and they line up because they love to play. I think those guys, it's a tremendous character deal to me. Those guys, those walk-ons are usually very successful because they have the character. Even though they have to do something, they got to line up and play every day. Play against guys that are better than them, and they show up every day. Don't complain. Don't get much glory, and all they want to do is be part of the team. So I think it's pretty cool.
Same kind of question for this Christian over here. I mean, you guys are kind of going nuts on the bench. What was it like just kind of seeing these guys really contribute and get their moment in front of a big crowd?
Yeah, like Coach said, they play hard every day. Like they have the most energy. They have the most energy some of the times. Like on the bench, they support us. So we want to make sure that they know that we appreciate them and everything they do. So it's fun for us to see them get in and play hard and play well. Actually, they play pretty well. So that's really exciting for us.
Coach still says you guys have a high ceiling. Do you know how good you can be? I mean, where is the top for you guys?
Well, in some games you can see how good we are. I think the big thing for us is that we don't play that way the whole time. It's not really that we don't know how good we can be. It's just we're not playing that all the time.
So
we need to get consistency.
So when it comes to that consistency, how do you get consistent? How do you put that together for a full 40 minutes?
We just got to trust each other more. We got to be able to do our job and everybody else do their job. So sometimes one person does their job and some don't. So we need to get that right and just play with each other, and we'll stay consistent.
Next game's not for another 6 days, but how important is it to really end this year on this streak that you guys have going, especially when conference play is really, 2 weeks?
Yeah, we want to create some momentum going into the conference season and play well and hopefully win the ASUN.